So now we actually have, and I know you all weren't here for the puppy of the month. I know you're all here for Mike, Mike Rhodes Day. So Mike, if you want to please come on up. So I got a couple of texts and calls last night from some of my younger advocate friends, and they asked me, how do I get my own day at the city of Fresno? And I said, that's very, very easy. You just got to contribute 30 years of service to the city of Fresno, and you're set. And I asked them, how many years do you have in there? Like, I think I got like 4 or 5. These are millennials, right? Like, they call me the elder millennial. And so I told them 30 years, and you're set. Give me a call when it's 30 years, and we'll get you a day. So I want to give a little background on how, we ended up selecting Mike as our, and giving him his special day. So part of being a policymaker is that you have to admit, and this will come as a shock to some of you, that sometimes you don't have the answers to a lot of the city's problems. And we know that Mike's expertise has been in really advocating for folks that don't have a voice in our community, particularly the homeless issue, the slumlord issue. He's really been at the forefront of that and doing a lot of work. And, Mike, you've been here at City Hall as in the audience, you've been on the offices, you've been outside at 1 a.m, sometimes getting arrested. I think you're the only advocate that's actually sued the city and are about to get your own day, but we just wanted to say thank you for the long decades of service to our community and our city. And you know that the family, because it runs in the family, is so committed to Fresno that they named their grandson Fresno. Right? Aren't you lucky you weren't born in Clovis? I'm kidding. Don't send hate mail, people from Clovis. So before we read the proclamation and let Mike say a few words, we conspired with Simone and the family to do a little slideshow for Mike. So Brianna, if you could play that for us, please. So Mike, thank you for the work that you've done, really being my unofficial advisor at your satellite office at the Review Cafe, and for all the advice. I think, one of the biggest challenges that the city is facing is the homelessness issue, and we know that previous councils have tried to tackle this, and previous mayors, and we've come up short, but I know that you brought a humanistic approach to this problem, and oftentimes as policymakers, we tend to see that through the lens of infraction, punishment, but there's much more to this challenge that we have, and I think there are going to be some initiatives coming forward by this cohort of council members and the mayor, and I think folks in the advocate community will be will be quite happy with some of the solutions coming up. But we want to let you say a few words and present your proclamation. So, and I know you have an event to plug in too.
Great. Thank you, Luis. And thank you, everybody on the City Council for this award. I don't know what to say. One of the few times. So, part of my family came to Fresno from Oklahoma, so the Dust Bowl era, and that was one of the pictures you saw up there. I really like that picture because it captures that moment, sort of the grapes of wrath period of the Central Valley. And the other side of my family came here in the 1892 from England and settled as farmers in the area. So we have a long history. I'm fourth generation. My grandson here is sixth generation. And maybe Fresno and Simone and Pam, if you could come and join me up here, we could have the whole family together. I'm just so proud of my family, both, here and those who preceded us. And we have tried to make Fresno a better place and worked hard. Oh, my mom is here too. I didn't see you. My mom is at the end here. Hi, Mom. Yeah, if it wasn't for her, I would not be here. And there's also another thing I want to let you know about, and that is that we're going to have a benefit concert on Sunday at Fulton 55, starting at 7 p.m. It's 6 p.m., thank you. And it'll include several groups, the High Desert Ramblers, the Richie Blue Band, Roger Perry, Glenn Delpit, and Steve Ono. And what this is about is that one of the tools we've used in our toolbox is the legal one. And this is a fundraiser for a scholarship fund that is being set up in my honor that will help legal students who are going to the San Joaquin College of Law and give them a grant so that they could continue and these will be people that want to work on free speech issues, helping disenfranchised groups like the homeless, working on social and economic justice issues. So it's a benefit for that cause. I hope you can all come. I would love seeing you there. That's what I got.
Thank you. Thank you, Mike. And Daniel might want to take advantage of that. He's a law student right now at San Joaquin College of Law. So, Clerk, if we could read the proclamation.
It is with great distinction and pride that we join in honoring and congratulating you for all of your civic involvement, dedication, and commitment to the city of Fresno. Our city gratefully acknowledges your many notable achievements throughout your lifetime of advocating for the city policies. As the founder, editor, and journalist for the Community Alliance newspaper, you provided a voice to many who did not have one. And in your book, Dispatches from the War Zone, you advocated for real and humanitarian-based solution to the city's homelessness issue. We appreciate all that you have contributed over the years. As a lifelong Fresnan, you have truly shown your dedication and commitment to improving quality of life for everyone in our community. It is people like you who truly make Fresno an all-American city. Thank you and congratulations. We wish you the best in all your future endeavors. On behalf of the City of Fresno, we, Mayor Lee Brand, and the City Fresno Council, do hereby proclaim Thursday, August 16, 2018, to be Mike Rhodes Day in the City of Fresno.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you to the family. We have no illusions. I don't think any of my colleagues that you're going to stop beating us up because we gave you an award, but that's why we're giving you an award. Thank you.
Mike, I just wanted to also congratulate you. I think that this is a great recognition on behalf of the city of Fresno. And it is, I think, great timing in terms of acknowledging your work as a journalist, specifically when we, are going through times where journalism is being attacked and where journalism actually is extremely important to our community, to speaking the truth. And so thank you for all the years of work that you have given to the city of Fresno, and really giving to the people, because that's what you were about, and that's what you've been about in your fight. Thank you so much. Councilmember Olivier.
Thank you, Council President Mike. I wanted to, you and I first met when I was a reporter and on the street, and you were obviously reporting on the street. And we were able to find some common ground. And I think that what differentiates you from a lot of your colleagues from your side of the political spectrum is that Mike understands libertarians, and Mike understands where I'm coming from. Mike and I have worked together. We join with one another in our opposition to unjust foreign wars. We join with one another in fighting for civil liberties here at home. And libertarians, for folks on the left, are not your enemy. And we shouldn't be written off as people who are not helpful to what you are trying to achieve, which is peace and justice. And I know Dan, and I see Dan and Camille, we've worked together as well on this topic. We're not harmful to the things that you're trying to do. We share the same goals. And Mike, of all people, you've always been the one to call and reach out to me. And I know somewhere you go, oh, you know what? Clint can be helpful. Clint will be our ally. Clint will be helpful. And I thank you for that. I thank you, because when others have written me off because of some of my fiscally conservative policies and the things that I advance here on the council, you never wrote me off. And for folks that don't know Mike, this is the kind of individual that he is. It's said that he brings people together, and he does. And so I wanted to thank you for doing the Community Alliance. I want to thank you for your journalism. I want to thank you for building a big tent. I want to thank you for looking for ways to reach out to people who may not necessarily agree with you on everything, but for example, on the newsstand prohibition, that was the most recent thing that we just worked on, and something like that was critical. So thank you for being fair. Thank you for being understanding. Thank you for understanding that the mission of achieving peace on our streets and also the streets overseas. Thank you for understanding that the mission of achieving civil liberties and protecting civil liberties from an ever-encroaching state here at home. Thank you for realizing that those things are more important than petty political differences. Thank you for being the person you are, and you deserve your proclamation. Congratulations.